Hey there ladies and gents, what up? It's your favorite Asian robot and I'm here to show you how to build the Sorcerer in Diablo 4 without any specific legendary imprints, alright? This build does not require any specific legendary imprints or aspects in order to succeed. Okay, I do have legendaries on my character, but none of them contribute to this. All I have is ice shards and it's not even in this build. Alright, critical strikes grant 9% movement speed just for the sake of, you know, to show you that I'm legit. The bubble one, the unstable currents, damaging elite enemy grants you a barrier, defensive. When you have a barrier active, 25% chance ignore incoming direct damage. When hit with, I have two bubble ones because I just couldn't be arsed, you know, replacing them. Distant enemies, 15% chance to be stunned for 2 seconds, and ring of engulfing flame. While enemies are affected by more damage over time than their total life, you deal 36% increased burning damage, which is useless again. So none of this actually affects my build. However, the build functions perfectly. Okay, so how do you build it? Well, let me show you. Sorry, I alt tabbed out, which is why the sound cut out. Whenever I have it set so whenever I alt tab, the sound will stop. Anyway, you start with Frostbolt. Okay, your first 2 points. In fact, let me just refund this and we'll do it right from the beginning. Okay, you start with Frostbolt and then you take Enhanced Frostbolt. Okay, next, this tree. You can either go for Frozen Orb or Ice Shards. I was testing with Frozen Orb, but Ice Shards is also perfectly viable. It's genuinely your choice. The reason is that both of them can make enemies vulnerable, and that's what you want. So if you go for Ice Shards, I would go with Enhanced Ice Shards and then Destructive Ice Shards. If you're going for Frozen Orb, I would go Frozen Orb, Enhanced, and then Greater Frozen Orb. I normally wouldn't take Destructive. All right, so that's it. Let's go with the Ice Shards version. Yeah, okay, easy enough. Next, you don't need any of this, you don't need this. You need one more point though, so that's gonna come from here, Flickering Frostbolt. You need to be able to make enemies vulnerable, and frozen enemies will be vulnerable for 3 seconds. So chill them over time and then you will freeze them. Okay, that is what you must do. All right, it may be a slow process, but once they're chilled enough, they will be frozen. Okay, all right, great. Now that you understand this part, you've unlocked this tree. Ice armor, enhanced ice armor. Now at this point, you can go for damage against vulnerable enemies, contributes 100% more to ice armor's barrier. I prefer this for survival, so that in the later footage, all right, after this build, after I finish going through the build, I'll show you guys just some stuff that I did on stream and just completely destroying bosses and stuff like that with this build while not moving very much, not evading, not even taking potions. So this is what helped me do that. All right, mystical ice armor. Now you're gonna need 2 more points here. So where are they gonna come from? Okay, you can stick one into glass cannon just for 6% extra damage, and you can stick the other one into elemental attunement. Critical strikes have a 5% chance to reset the cooldown of one of your defensive skills. Now, you don't really need this. Okay, if you don't want to spend the point here, okay, you're still gonna need another point to unlock this. So you can't do anything right now, right? Okay. If you really don't want that, my first recommendation would be take glass cannon up another notch because you have a lot of survival with this. But if you don't want to, you can go for you can take this one for elemental resistance, just for a bit more defense if you want to go down that path. It's genuinely your choice, okay? But I picked elemental attunement just in case, you know, sometimes you get a lucky reset. Okay, next comes this tree. All right. Here, the first thing you're gonna need is ice blades. All right, you want to get this to level 1. Now I've got an extra 1 contributed from items, but you only need level 1 because all the extra levels do is increase the damage of it. Next, you want enhanced ice blades. Basically, ice blades cooldown is reduced by 1 second every time it hits a vulnerable enemy. This is why it's so important to be able to make your enemies vulnerable consistently, especially when you're dealing with the elites and stuff. You need that. Okay. After that, you can go for invoked or summoned. I chose summoned because being able to apply the cooldown to other skills means that I can spam more. Now, once you have your ice blades, you will need to look at the skill tree for a second because you'll notice you have an enchantment slot. Put ice blades in here. Why? Because when Ice Blades is in the enchantment slot, every 20 seconds in cooldowns that you spend, you spawn an Ice Blade on a random enemy, which is very important. Okay, this is how you get lots of Ice Blades going out everywhere and just devastating everything. Okay, then what you will want to do at this point, okay, is now you fully unlocked Ice Blades. You need 2 more points here, right? You're gonna need Align the Elements and Protection. Nobody cares about Align the Elements, but Protection, whenever you use a cooldown, it grants 10% of your maximum life as a barrier for 5 seconds. You need this. You need this absolutely, okay? It is so helpful for keeping you alive. Now, at this point, okay, you've unlocked this tree. What is necessary on this tree is Cold Front. You must get this because being able to apply 8% more chill is so good for freezing enemies over, all right? Rather than Snap Freeze, all right, which can give you a lucky hit, I chose to go another rank in Cold Front, but this is later. What you'll need to do now is you'll notice that you need 5 more points here. Now, I happen to have 1 extra point from an item into Lightning Spear, so I'm not putting the extra point here. But if you don't, you're gonna need to put 1 point into Lightning Spear. All right. At this point as well, you can also, oh shit, I can't refund this. If you don't want the elemental attunement, all right, I'm just gonna show you some options. If you don't want the elemental attunement, you can add in more to Cold Front. All right, having 24% extra chill freezes enemies over so fast. All right, so that's another option that you can use because frozen enemies will be made vulnerable, stuff like that. So you can definitely do that if you want to. If you do want to go with precision magic for more lucky hits, you can absolutely do that as well. Yeah, at this point, it's genuinely your choice how you want to do this and what you actually want to do. But let's assume you're going my way. Okay, I went with Cold Front to 3, okay, for the absolute awesome chills. And then I did Conjuration Mastery, and I needed 2 more points here. So I got Conjuration Mastery up to 3 because you will have a lot of active conjurations. Then you've got 3 available skill points. You're gonna put them in here: Deep Freeze, Prime Deep Freeze, and Supreme Deep Freeze. Okay. What this will effectively allow you to do is you will set up your skills as follows. All right. You'll have your Lightning Spear here, and you're gonna have your Deep Freeze on here. All right. So when you go into combat, what you're gonna do is you're gonna cast your Ice Blades first, cast your barrier to stay alive, and then just start spamming your attacks, spamming your Ice Shards or your Frozen Orb. When you run out of mana, you spam Frost Bolts, chill your enemies, chill. They'll get frozen. If you see an enemy get frozen, hit it with an Ice Bolt to make it vulnerable, and you'll just get so much cooldowns. You can also hit your Ice Blades will automatically cool down off it. All right, so just make sure to make as many enemies vulnerable as possible. That is what you want to do. Then Lightning Spear is going to be necessary. All right. So that you can have even more cooldowns going. And then if these 3 skills, okay, are all cooling down and you've got nothing else you can use Deep Freeze, or against elites that you really want to stop. Okay, and bada bing bada boom, that's all it takes. Legit, you're done. That's all it takes, and that's how you win. That is exactly how you win with this build, and it doesn't take that much effort. So although this was a very detailed explanation, take a look, all right? Take a look at the footage that comes after this. And if you enjoy my content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll be playing a lot of Diablo 4 once it drops in June. Thank you very much. If you get this to 100 likes, I'd be super happy. Catch you on the next video, okay? See you.
I need time.
Perfect.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Blood Bishop.
I'm not ready yet.
Let's see this. Oh no, getting my blood drained.
I need time to
Don't even. What I need to look at is the cooldowns.